There you go. We're live
Alright,
everywhere.
we're
We
live
have the
everywhere.
chat
It's
everywhere.
confirmed.
There you go.
Hi, everyone.
There. Whew.
Okay, so now we can get started for real. And as I attempted to explain earlier, no, we don't know when it's gonna come out yet. But we're still working on it. There's still a bunch of stuff to add. We wanted to showcase different builds, different pieces of equipment that were made possible by the new stuff added on the experimental branch that's currently available only on Steam. And as soon as we are done verifying that everything works and that we know we're not adding anything more, the patch should be released at the same time on consoles, on Steam, on Epic Store, everywhere, and so nobody will be left behind. We tried to kind of ghost launch the experimental branch at the beginning because we just wanted the most dedicated players, those who are always following what's going on, to kind of help us a bit, just to make sure that everything is working fine, that we didn't screw up completely the balance, or that we're not like erasing save files and horrible bugs like that, because it's a pretty massive patch. Even like behind the curtain in the gears, there are a few things that were changed, so we just wanted to just be sure that before everyone installs stuff, that we're not destroying their experience. Oh, hi there. So I'm gonna need to drink my drugs. That will make me more focused. I am. Ow. Now I'm gonna drop it back. And now we start a massacre. I hate when they block. Are you doing okay, Pialik?
Yeah. Just have to get used to the controls again, as usual.
Usually play on like mouse and keyboard, right?
Yeah, not just that. Like I said, I've been playing Monster Hunter World.
Oh, so
a
you
bit,
had to like unlearn everything
yeah,
you know.
yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna get some food. Everything should be healing now.
Class.
Is the
Nope, I didn't. Oh,
I didn't get the right kind of food.
is it?
Yeah, I'm gonna need some actual fish to recover my
yeah.
mana. I think I have a harpoon, so it's gonna be fine.
This,
Where can I
this.
fish? Oh, but I'm gonna get a miasma pod. Oh well.
No, the run button is the other
Wait,
side.
What you doing?
Pressing the wrong button.
Okay, so what should we kill?
I don't know.
I think. Oh, I know. We need to gather some firefly powder.
Sure.
Is it dust or powder? I don't remember.
I'm so fat. Oh, I have
You're slowed.
I'm crippled.
Yeah, you're slowed actually, I think,
Yeah.
because of the ice switch.
Yeah.
Oh, Tunnelzal. That one's gonna be easy. Yo, dude. I don't feel very threatened right now.
No, we're kind of once again.
Why do you keep firing your bow?
Because the Monster Hunter is the other input. I could switch them.
It's Monster Hunter is doing it wrong.
Maybe.
Okay, that's first powder that we need. Firefly dust. There we go. Ow, got hit.
I love ragdolls. Don't
It
need
never gets
those.
old, does it?
Yeah.
Okay, so now I need to find the flower to get rid of my fireflies.
Oh yeah.
I don't recall
It,
where we can find them, so we're just gonna be looking around.
mm,
As we go towards the Giants Village, we're gonna find some. I'm sure.
Yeah. Yeah. So slow.
Why are you slow?
I don't know.
Oh, you don't have armor training, do you?
I'm supposed to. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I do.
Want to check it out? Because if you feel sluggish, usually means you didn't get the right passive for it.
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
I'm just freaking slow.
Well, especially if you compare to wait.
Is there a way for players on Epic Store to test the experimental branch? Unfortunately, not
No.
at the moment.
I don't think it's even a supported feature right now on the Epic Store.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah. Otherwise, we would have shared it with them.
Oh, I don't have any arrows.
This is satisfying.
Equip. There you go.
There's nothing in there I want. Okay. I realize I don't even have bandages with me though.
I have a bunch.
Yeah. I don't need any at the moment, but
Yeah, well,
if I start bleeding,
could have. Once again.
okay, let's go this way. If we kill more bandits, we're gonna be fine. There are so many monsters. What's going on? It's as if the game was like dangerous or something.
Oh yeah, they heal themselves.
Ow. You're not worth wasting items on. God damn it. I took 2 hits against a Stegosaur. 3 hits. Okay, now I need to get serious about it.
took none. I think I'm getting used to it.
I'm not taking this seriously enough, I think. This is really a Saturday morning.
There you go.
Oh boy. Yeah, I need to wake up. Even though it like doesn't really
Kill the
fit.
Jade Lich.
Yeah, we could do that. I think that's a fair suggestion.
I never killed the Liches yet.
You did not?
No,
You
I'm
had-
I'm pretty early in the game still. On my real playthrough. Nice dodge, bitch. Dodge this. Dodge this.
Oh shit,
He
my
did.
potions aren't in my bag. God damn it. I'm just gonna... Yeah.
No.
Okay, I need to
Oh,
switch my potions,
arrows,
my discipline potions, and put them in my
silver.
pouch.
Potions. Move to bag. So yeah, one of the cool new sets is the Pilgrim sets, which gives a bunch of pocket space, so I can have a lots of stuff without having to needing a big bag. There you
Alright,
go.
music kicks in. What's up with your weapon? There's so many epics around it.
There. Happy?
No,
What's up with you?
I like
you,
the swirlies of lights.
You have so many
Yeah.
so many affixes.
We can't.
Yes, we are running the game on PC.
Okay, so where can I find the flower that eats the fireflies?
I know there should be at least one.
Oh, there's one everywhere. We just need to look.
50%
I
of
heard
the
sound
time
of a
there's
bandit. Okay.
possible. Music of the game is amazing. Yep. Putain,
I'm gonna... Oh, that's not fast enough. Hey, you. Be hurting.
I
Can't
think
believe
I
people
run out of arrows.
You did? Already?
No, but
Well, there are 2 arrows on him.
I'll take them back. What's new in the branch? There's a
There's
bunch
so much.
there's a bunch of end game bosses. You need to complete one of the quest lines to have access to them. People have been searching for them for a few weeks now. And
They finally found them all yesterday, I think, right?
yeah, they found them all. We tweaked the legacy chests. I won't elaborate on what we tweaked on, but we tweaked it. So it's much more useful than before. There's a bunch of endgame bosses gear that when you
You don't need to tell them how; they just need to figure it out.
oh, we found a plant.
Yeah,
We fixed a bunch of bugs. What did we add as features? I don't remember. Otherwise, I'm currently working on a control reassignation panel. It's only for PC since it was an issue with them. So you'll be able to, for each controller, decide to
assign it to first or second player.
yeah, exactly. So you'd be able to set the mouse and keyboard, for instance, on the second,
Player, which was not possible before.
Yeah.
That was a pain. I'm
Yep.
glad it's fixed.
So that's one thing that should come to the experimental branch soon. We're still working on other various bugs and tweaking the bosses as we see fit.
We also made it possible to punch.
Yeah, you
And
can
people were like, well,
punch.
what's the point? Why did you do that? And truthfully, it's just because when players are starting the game and they don't have a weapon and they are trying every button and they will not know what's the button to attack. So if you can attack even without something equipped, well, then it's just making the formation that more clear. So yeah, it's more of a small way to convey more information without going through a tutorial.
We also did a bunch of balance, notably. I think it was more of a bug than actual balance tweak about the bleeding, because basically extreme. Oh, hello there. The bleeding on enemies was not set correctly, so the regular bleeding you were doing 90% of the health of a monster in 2 minutes, which
Yeah.
was clearly
Way too much.
Way too much. And the extreme bleeding was doing like 200% of a monster health in 2 minutes.
That one drops
so
some arrows.
it was also way too,
Yeah, it was just OP.
too high. Yeah, yeah.
It was just OP.
So I think it was a mistake from.
But I think it was doing twice as much as it was supposed to be. Like
yeah,
from
that's the
design
thing.
perspective,
Yeah,
so
yeah. So
kinda
we
intense.
adjust those. We tweaked some other weapons, various damage and
Yeah,
stuff.
one other thing we did was reduce the amount of items and how much they changed the meta costs. Like there were a lot of items that had very heavy meta cost reduction, and the problem is it was way too easy to have like 100% meta cost reduction and essentially making it
Pretty
possible
dope
to
tool.
cast spells even without unlocking
yeah.
mana, which was never intended. So we fixed that and we made
Oh,
sure
yeah.
that there's not this one way of playing a mage that would just overshadow any other way of playing. That I felt that kind of sucked. And I know some people are saying like, well, it's a single player game, so why balance it out? You're just taking away my candy. And truthfully, like new players who will be buying the game in the future, they will enjoy the experience more if they feel that their choice are valid without having to go through like a weekend and realize, oh, the way I'm playing is just so much inferior to any other way of playing. That's just that's a crappy feeling that I feel we had everything to gain from fixing it. And it's not as if like mana cost reduction was not powerful. And another thing we did to balance that out is we increased some of the equipment that increase elemental damage. So instead, you can focus a bit more your mage build on increasing your damage if you want to specialize in one element or the other. So it just gave more possibilities to players.
Someone is asking if we made the game without crunching, which we
Oh
did.
yeah, definitely without crunching.
There's also someone. Where did I see? Is there crafting and fishing in this game? There's crafting.
Oh yeah, for sure. Well, the fishing is very limited. I have a fishing harpoon, and if we find some gathering spots where there are bubbles in the water and fish, we can get them and then cook them. Fish is usually the best kind of food for mages. They usually come with mana mana buff. I'm sure we can find some close to here. Of
So
course, the Helen Marsh is one of the places where the fishing has the worst results unless you're looking specifically for miasma pod. They're not necessarily the best for food. Oh, there it is. Get our fish. Let's see what I
do
get.
you have a? Oh yeah, you do have
Yeah,
a
I do have.
harpoon. Okay.
Oh, miasma pod
Yeah.
and larva egg. Oh, larva egg are actually kind of good.
Someone's asking if we patch the resist stacking and vulnerability. Do you mean that?
If you stack a lot of stuff, you can end up having like
Yeah, there's no
almost
caps.
invincibility
Yeah,
to everything.
there's no
So if
caps
you had
on the.
100% in every stat, well then you're technically impossible to kill.
Yeah. Not yet.
I don't. I think we've reduced some of them, but I'm not sure. It's probably something we should look into, because once again, we don't want to have like that one way of playing. But it's very specific. You need to have all the right skills. You need to. I think you need to. Actually, there's a spoiler in what you need to do to make that possible too. So I don't want to go too far into it. But yeah, maybe we could cap it to like say you can't be more than
85?
95% or 85%.
Yeah,
resist,
85 is generally a good
Yeah,
amount.
especially since you have protection too.
Yeah, yeah.
We need to find more fireflies, and maybe slowly head towards the lich, because there was this
Oh yeah,
request to kill.
one of the feature that we added in the experimental branch, and that will be available eventually, is the ability to repair your gear at a blacksmith.
Yeah, quality of life upgrade, just making it possible to just very quickly repair everything in your inventory, not just what's equipped on you. Gives more function to the blacksmith once you're fully built as well, like when you have everything you need.
Yeah, people have been enjoying the bosses quite a lot. To answer Igor's question about if
We're being attacked.
you might, are we?
Yeah.
You have the music, I don't.
That's why I'm telling you.
Good call.
Oh, you think you can dodge me? One down. Antidote I'll need. Bandage. I got some arrows here.
I have
Okay,
a dead
I'm gonna
guy.
drop them.
Oop, too
'Cause
call.
I don't need that. Arrows are for pussies.
I like pussies. Kittens.
I did too,
kittens,
actually.
Kittens. Kittens.
Okay, well,
So yeah, even if we nerf the bleeding, I still like the that
still-
bow a lot.
it's still crazy
still
strong.
pretty good.
it's just
Yeah.
not cheap.
Can there be items on the enemies showing the status effects the enemies are under? No. You cannot see the status, what the status are enemies, except if they
Oh, but-
have affixes on them.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you could, if you know what the affix is representing, you can guess what the enemies is affected by. Oh, enemies.
It's something I'm still pondering. Maybe it would make sense to just make sure it's more clear, like which status effect are affecting the enemies. Oof. Why are you still alive?
There you go.
Okay, the next one. He was waiting for his turn.
Yeah.
How
It's turn
polite.
to die. Crazy shit. Does allowing respect guy, respect potion.
No, respect are just not something I want to add in the game. It's a choice. It's a game about committing to your choices. It's about like knowing what you're getting into, and also we are encouraging the players to have multiple playthrough. So instead, just make a new characters if you feel like you didn't make the wisest decision in how you made your character build. Besides, every combination is viable in the game, so it's not as if you
couple-
could be too bad to survive.
A few questions. Any news on the future DLCs, especially new weapon types like potentially muskets, crossbows, new pets?
Of course, we I can't just half announce exactly what will be coming to the game, because then we lose our opportunity to make the big splashing announcement with trailers and press stuff all going. So I can't start revealing like our plans for the future. And besides, it's not as if it was all set in stone at the moment. Let's kill that guy.
Someone's asking if
Um,
we're going to improve the character models, which we did a bit.
Also, but what I can say is we are very satisfied with how the game has performed on the market, and
Ooh,
ideally
I
we
have the
do want
aggro.
to continue. Ouch. We do want to continue supporting the game, and I think it would make sense to do some DLC. But there's just so many moving parts in that kind of decision. Ow. I really need to focus more on killing and less on talking. Can you kill the dude?
Yeah.
Oh, that
Just say it out loud.
I'm not well equipped to block. I only have an axe. There we go.
Natasha, you just can read the questions out loud.
Anything good?
There's a. Uh, we mentioned it earlier. It's the regular poison on enemies is 30% of their life in 2 minutes, and the extreme poison is
No.
50?
Poison is not a percentage. Poison is
Oh,
a
it's the
fixed value.
bleeding.
It's the
Yeah.
bleeding that's
Poison. What was the poison?
Poison was
reduced?
not changed.
No,
I think
poison
it's,
was not changed.
By the way, I'll think that's worth knowing. All humans except those wearing the ash armor in the Hellmarsh are weak to poison. So almost any human enemy can be very quickly dispatched with poison.
Do you plan on giving us more rooms?
More rooms.
The rune spells.
Oh,
to-
runes. No. The runes at the moment are pretty much the most flexible tool you can have in the game. And so if we just add them more, it will do once again result in overshadowing the other skill trees. It's actually like I think people are enjoying them a lot, and that's good. But I regret making that skill tree so condensed that it does not really intertwine with the other skill trees as well as the other 7 trainers.
Someone's asking if we can put out weapons. The one-hand weapon like Guillaume has, he can sheet it. And for bows, we don't put big weapons on your back, so you're just like putting
They're
it
not
a
just
bit
gonna
away.
magically float.
For the great axe, you're just putting it on your shoulder like that. Which graphic engine we used? Unity 5.6, so it's already a bit dated.
Yeah, it's dated. It's
Uh,
2017.
But yeah, you did use Unity. Um,
What X are you using right now?
This is the pain in the axe.
yeah, the pain in the axe.
It's a new one.
What was translated in French too? I don't recall.
Uh,
Cascu?
no, it was the Ashtitle,
Lestplay. Sick. It's
which makes more sense when you're French
Quebecer
Canadian
at
than
least, yeah.
than French from France.
And
But you know,
I'm using
a bit of our
the
culture in our game is fine too.
what we worked on Outward. Well, it's 10-ish. The core
Never more
team-
than 11 at the same time.
Yeah, at the same time, we had some people coming back. We hired a sound guy, a music guy, a writer for the story. Oh yes, that's one question that someone asked that I forgot about. There are 3 quest lines, each about 20 to 30 hours to complete. Though you can only complete one quest line at a time with a character, unless you join someone like I do in split screen, so you can see that quest line with the same character. Otherwise, you need to start a new character.
And each quest line is very different in its events. It's all happening at the same time, but it's not like in so many games where we make choices that in the end you just have the same experience but blue instead of red or something like that. You actually have different quests and you have a different perspective and you interact with different characters. I'm not sure where I am.
Faster way to travel.
Then walking? Nope.
Nope. But there's running.
Thanks, Fiona.
Usually, people that wants to travel a lot are having a secondary set on them, which is used to travel, which has an increased movement speed. Since I move in plates, I don't
Yeah, a bit
don't
slower.
move really
If we had the
fast.
Master Trader or something
Like
that.
right now, we don't have a real goal, so we're just like
We're just
wondering.
walking around, yeah.
Yeah. So we didn't think it would need to be moving really fast. So we are not that much equipped.
You,
with-
you can
with all
increase
the
your
gear.
movement speed, so
Yeah. There's a few potions as well too, and food. You can cook food.
yeah, the Joe will burn meat.
Yep.
Gets you crazy fast. Oh shit, infection. That sucks.
We did patch a few, like it was the mouth to feed, which has
Yeah, that
some
one
issue.
was a pitch
It's been
to solve.
fixed on the experimental branch. Sorry. So it's still in testing. If everything goes fine, it will be available on the public branch as well as on console later. There's no ETA for now, unfortunately.
Yeah, as soon as we can, really.
Yeah, it's
But
as
it's just
soon as-
that's something that can vary a lot according to so many factors. And once again, we're not gonna commit to a date before we're sure, because that's how you get crunch, which is not something we
Yeah.
do.
Hey guys, do you plan to revert latest 2 hours weapons? Change friggin' split the mage, or you prefer to keep them?
I'm not sure I understand the question.
Yeah, can you repeat that? What was the? Will there be a cosmetic armor option for equipment?
No,
No.
not really.
Adding new monsters. Thoughts about adding new
I
monsters?
mean, we added lots of new
Boss,
monsters.
yeah.
We added the bosses, so that's a proof that we can actually add more stuff to kill.
Do you want to add some new monsters?
Yeah, that's what I just asked. I just read the question.
Oh, fireflies. We need.
What
them.
was the question about the weapons? If you can find it back.
Oh, I'm gonna need to solve
There's
my.
arrow there.
I need to make tea to.
For the
my
infection?
Yeah, I got an indigestion or infection.
Yeah,
yeah,
indigestion.
infection,
And,
yeah.
yeah, that's quite the same.
It's not the same.
Where's my? There was an arrow there.
Let's prepare that. That's a good place for fire. There we go.
There you
Oh, I don't have flint and steel.
I do have one.
Oh, that's fine. I'm a mage. There you go.
Not at the moment.
Nah, that's not in the plans. I'm not saying it's not cool. It's just that once again we're a small team, and where we are putting our effort is kind of limited. If we do that, it means there's so many other things that we are not doing, and so yeah, I just don't feel it's the best use of
Someone
our
asked,
resource.
they didn't have much trouble running into disease and I suppose healing themselves. Will we add new ones?
Will we add new what?
New disease? Like in the infection, ingestions.
Actually, I hadn't thought of that. And that's pretty rare of me not to think of new content to add. But yeah, I did not think about that.
I would not mind actually.
It's not impossible.
They are basically just glorified negative status. Since they can they are negative status effect that can get worse if you don't heal them. So that's something interesting.
I think we gotta increase the damage of chakrams. It's one of the things that I wanted to test during the build, during the stream, was just experiment with focused chakram build and see if it's as bad as they say.
Enough
It's not.
topic
It
question.
needs to be buffed a bit. Oh, you're the one with the.
What is it like competing with AAA RPG developers?
I don't
Oh,
feel
I
like we are
have heard.
competing. We're actually surfing on their wave. It's really hard to get the attention of people, but that's also why we choose to go in a different direction. Actually, like, how I feel about RPGs is that in most cases I'm not the public for them, even though I love role-playing games. Because they always cater to such a wide audience that they kind of... How can I say? They're not catering to me anymore.
Few questions. How many players can play in co-op? Only 2.
Unless you mod the game.
Yeah, there's some. How many did they ramp it up?
I don't think there's a limit.
Yeah, at 16, I think it
At
was
16?
unplayable.
Yeah. I can
It was
imagine.
laggy as hell. But only 2, either split or online. There's no PvP. Do you craft weapons or do you find them? Both.
And you can buy some too.
Do you plan
Yeah.
to adding something like camera tools for content creators?
I think there's already a...
There's
Ow.
a hidden
Ow.
camera tool in the debug menu on PC.
Calm the fuck down. Die.
I'm not shooting. Nope. No riding of builders.
I'll let you handle the rest.
Yeah. Sure. Ouch. Die.
Okay, slowly healing. Damn it. That was painful. But yeah, back to the question of competing with the AAA. In some ways, they can't compete with us. In the sense that
My bow is not shooting.
unequip it and equip it and you're gonna be fine. How can I say? You could not ask of AAA studios
That's
to make
weird.
an open world role-playing game that has split screen co-op and survival elements and that is super hardcore
I'm
and
bleeding.
like asks as much of the player as we are, because then it's just not a wide enough net for them to justify like spending 20 millions, especially since it was a risk, it was a vision that had not been validated. Now that Outward has been commercially successful, well then they have at least one data point to say, yeah, maybe we can go in that direction. But even then, like, they could say that Outward is a fluke and they might need to see 2 or 3 more titles in that going in that direction before they actually do it themselves. So we are both kind of feeding each other. It's more symbiotic than people realize, the relationship between indies and the AAAs.
After we're done with the experimental branch, what we will be working on?
In some way, I wish I knew myself.
All of those? No, maybe.
Yeah, there's just so many
Yes.
options.
The answer is yes.
There's just so many things to do, so many ways to go at
Yeah,
it.
there's a lot of stuff.
Would you guys consider adding new attack? Or extra pattern changes?
Not really. That would require a new button because of the combat system we have right now.
Yeah. The art style kinda reminds me of Fable. Any influence there?
I mean, people seem to find influence in everything that they personally engage with, but like, I remember we were on a show floor, and that made me laugh. There was this guy who said, "Oh look, it's the next Witcher," while looking at Outward. I'm like, "What are you talking about?" And there's this friend going, "No, you moron! That's Dark Souls 4." people just see what they want to see. We've looked more into influences for our visuals that were outside of games than comparing ourselves to the other RPGs. To be quite honest.
Is there a chance that we could pull out or buy all the planets for armor or
Yeah.
Well, right now some armors are kind of color swaps, so it's no longer viable then to add that as a cosmetic thing. Like the armor I'm wearing right now is a palette swap, but it has a different function.
Ooh, that was painful.
Oh shit! Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna.
Yep.
Well,
Yep.
as if we would answer
Yep.
that question.
Yep.
just say yes?
There's something that people haven't found yet.
But even if there weren't, we would say that. To be fair. Keep searching.
What were your biggest influences? Boy. Well, the combat is has some similarities with Dark Souls, I would say.
I mean, Dragon
but
Dogma, Dark Souls,
Yeah,
Skyrim,
Monster Hunter,
Monster Hunter,
Skyrim,
Witcher,
all the
like
big
s-
RPGs, to be honest.
and even some small ones. It's-
Yeah.
We are avid gamers ourselves, so we don't need to just focus on one key thing that we want to try to replicate. We actually just have a very vast background of gaming experience across like 10 super hardcore gamers. So, yeah.
Do you planning to adding some emotes or action like sitting in the game?
I mean, I think that if we press 9, I would sit right now, but I'm not sure.
Yep. Well,
We got that.
Yeah, it's not. There's a mod that actually you can map the button. The thing is on gamepad there's no
Yeah,
more
there's
room,
not a lot
but
of room on the
maybe
gamepad.
we could make it so you hold the button and
Well,
then
it could also be just a cosmetic skill
oh
that
yeah,
does some actions.
yeah,
Like now that we have that system for the Pearl Bird stuff.
yeah.
Why are there
Let, oh,
mushrooms?
let me think of use. There you go.
So not impossible.
Yeah.
It's been requested, so makes it more tempting.
Will there be more spell decombination?
Someone says that the game is laggy when we're fighting. It's because the computer we're using is not made to
To
play.
stream and play at the same time.
Yeah, play split screen
Yeah.
and stream at the same time. We'll need to upgrade our PC.
Yeah. So keep
little
buying
bit.
keep buying outward so that we can afford better PCs. Please, pretty please. I want that slick 90 FPS on the ultra graphics.
Yeah, but the eyes cannot see more than 60.
Wasn't it like 29? Anyway, I want more food.
Any plans on adding a mud tool?
Wait a bit. We can probably just go to the settings and force
For the what?
the FPS. Where is it? Or is it not there? Did I?
What you looking for? This is the
Oh,
kind of
there
stuff
it
you're
is.
supposed to know.
Yeah, there you go. Let's cap it at like
Why?
5. This way we won't. We should have
Also,
less
we don't see
dips.
the spikes.
Yeah, yeah. Should be less apparent, though. It might not be something. Streaming is quite asking a lot on the hardware, so I don't
Yeah,
actually know.
it's pretty intensive.
So yeah, as you can see, you can now uncap the FPS. Just put 9999.
99999.
Yeah, or 666, the number of the beast.
Alright, so I think that's all I'm gonna need for the Firefly powder for the next thing that we could be doing after killing the Lich, if we can ever get there. I was like slowly but surely trying to find my way to the west. Here it is, the cigarette. But let's make sure we find a flower before. And maybe sleep, repair, do the things that we're
Will
supposed to do
there
in this game.
be more spell or abilities,
Any new
combinations.
skills and stuff like that, if we are ever adding them, will be in the form of
water.
of paid DLC. We're not gonna add new skills as free content, or at least it's not in the plans at the moment.
Oh, melons. Melons are heavy, but you
Yeah, they're
can make
pretty heavy.
melon toasts.
But anyway, like you have almost infinite inventory space, so
Yeah, well,
almost.
all the pocket space. Uh,
Wait, how am I? Where am I?
why does the I don't see. Wait a bit. Yeah, just have to move the screen a bit.
What's going on?
There you go. My
What's going
I
on?
had a chat window over. Okay. Why does mana push plus sigil of wind does the ethereal damage, while the rune magic has lightning projectile? Is it a bug?
It's
Is
not
it
a
swapped
bug.
for a reason? I don't actually recall. Maybe that's how it meant to be.
Oh yeah, it's definitely how it's meant to be. The wind sigil is just not as dedicated to a single element as the fire or cold sigil, because wind is not an element in terms of like damage. Down you go.
Oh, it isn't cooldown. I'm dumb. Like they can put a huge freaking ice axe in its bucket, as well as 4 sandwiches, $600.
Yeah, that armor is a bit exaggerated in that regard.
I have no idea where those buckets are, but believe me, they are there. There's a
Honestly, we are.
there's a suggestion channel.
Yeah, there's already like a feedback thing, but to be quite
Yeah,
honest, it's not
feedback.
as if we had a hard time finding ideas ourselves. And
Yeah.
I don't mean to say that in a patronizing way. It's just that there's little point for, how can I say? Like there are literally legal possible issues in implementing ideas that people suggest to us as they come, until we kind of make them sign something, which is kind of dumb.
You're going through there.
Yeah, yeah, I'm going.
Stressful was launching this game at $40. Was it a big risk or a necessity?
Oh, it was not a risk. I mean, I don't know if a game that people don't really know about is called Romance of the Three Kingdoms. They sold it for like $80 for like so many years in a row, and the reason why they do that is because they know that there's some people who will be paying the price for it, and like we know there aren't like millions of people looking for a game like Outward. And so that means that if we want to reach our profitability, it needs to be sold at a higher price. It's just a matter of like addressing a specific niche. So like if we were selling the game at $10 or whatever, that wouldn't make sense. That really would not make any sense, because then the possibility of profitability would be very low. And so the point is just, will there be people willing to buy an open world RPG with more hardcore and thoughtful design? Yes, but will they pay the price for it? Sure. Will people pay $80 for what was the name of the game? Or Defense Force, even though it's like super low production value? Well, it's the only game that's like offering what it's offering, so people will just
Oh,
pay the price for
I
it.
do have fireflies.
Yep.
Um,
But
Someone's asking if we have any plans to add more than 2 players.
Nope.
Nope.
Do you plan on adding more dialogues or books to learn more about the lore of the game?
I mean, if we were to do that, it would be like in a DLC that would be paid. Like that kind of content is actually more expensive than what people think.
Yeah, well, now that we have like 11.
Yeah, 11 languages.
Yeah.
That raised up the cost a lot.
the game is both couch co-op and online co-op. How the fuck do I disable those stupid stream when I open a publisher page? It's using just pause the game, man. Just pause the game. Sorry. We tried to advertise our game.
Sorry, not sorry.
Yeah, sorry, not sorry.
Is there a lot of Easter eggs in the game?
Yeah. There are quite a
There,
bit.
there are a few, yeah. Will the game ever increase in difficulty if played in co-op? It already is.
Yeah.
The
least
the monster have
they-
increased
they-
impact resistance.
Yeah,
Uh,
increased damage, increased impact resistance, increased impact too. More life. Enemies are just stronger when playing in co-op. So yeah, there's more team play involved. That's why it's like, even though we can go as far as we want from each other as long as we don't change region, it's a good idea to always stay close to your buddy. I feel like I've been running in circle.
With how limited your resources are and how much content that can be added, what is your opinions on mods? And do you have plans to make mod toolkit that will allow your player base to add content themselves?
Well, like if we had made the game to be moddable from the get-go, or like
Didn't
to
we
have-
just go there?
Yeah, I'm trying to find a way to get to that thing, and I just realized I've been
There's
walking in circles.
poison.
Yeah, I know, but we're big guys now. We got like
Yeah, yeah.
all the
Fine.
uh,
You're just gonna die.
oh yeah, I am. Oh well. You're gonna revive me, right?
Nope.
So you're saved.
So yeah, if we were to make the game like with mod support and everything, it would have cost
could
us
sleep
like,
too.
yeah, we're gonna sleep it before we're gonna kill the dude that's right close
Yeah.
to us.
Oh yeah, that guy. Okay.
He's not gonna like that. All right.
So what
Yeah,
was
making the game moddable would have made the development like 25% longer at least. Now the game is out, I don't know if it would be more complicated to add modding tools or not, but I think right now we're just simply helping people understand, like the modders, like what's what, because they're already like, if you have a
Did
Unity
he
license,
fail?
you're doing-
Oh no.
there you go. Ow, ow, ow! That's 3 swords in my face. Should I remove my backpack? I am so not focused. That thing hurts.
My bow doesn't shoot.
Bye.
That's lame.
There we go.
You killed it.
Jade, I like call. That's good. Well, we did add the foggy weather in the Enmerkar forest. So there's like a season where it's super foggy and colder. Not as cold as the winter in the Chersonese, but yeah, that's something we actually already started doing. I don't know if we're gonna keep on doing that. It depends on how well received it is.
Someone's asking if finishing the game in a hardcore gives a special reward or achievement. Neither, actually.
Bragging rights.
Yeah, bragging rights.
All the bragging rights. I don't think I've ever done that dungeon, like in a legit manner.
In a legit
oh,
matter,
oh,
what
oh.
does this mean? Oh, there's 2 of them.
Oh yeah, I've done it once, a long time ago. Not even sure how much changed since then.
Ouch. Holy shit.
Yeah,
That
they
hurts.
can hurt pretty bad,
Yeah, it's crazy.
but so can I. Dead. Oh, let's sleep actually.
Dust storm in the Abrasor Desert could be cool.
Oh yeah, it would
Yeah.
be so cool.
Yeah.
That's quite true.
Oh, that's the entrance. Okay. What's
Wanna
that?
sleep a bit?
Yeah, sure.
Because we want to kill that lich. I wish we had the bubble effect that we wanted on for the mage bed.
I need to repair stuff.
Yeah, me too.
It's got a bit.
I
Repair.
don't need to sleep too much. Anyway, it would like change my mana. So yeah, 3 hours of sleep should be fine in my case. You need to sleep a bit more.
Yeah, but I want to repair my stuff.
I'm gonna guard for the rest, so don't worry there.
Okay. There you go. Should be fine.
Like that.
Yep.
There we go.
Is it possible to add random events, like random small bandit scam where stronger bandits are spawning?
It's not impossible. It's kind of changes that there might be some technical limitations because there's like the way we handle the memory in this game is
Oh.
kind of crazy.
I'm
We actually load
hungry.
everything in the RAM, so
Uh,
that includes like any additional monster. Whenever we load a rage, oof, I'm gonna focus on not dying. Not gonna work. Ooh. Fine. Okay.
It's dead.
Oh, I got a boots now. Okay. So, luckily I slept. Look at my health. I'm gonna make a fire and cook some stuff. Did I stop answering a question? I feel like I just did.
Is there plan to add more skills around DK damage?
Not at the moment.
Well, I think we were talking about this sandstorm.
Yeah, I said the sandstorm would be pretty damn cool. That's for sure.
What does the red brim hat do?
That one?
Red right hat. Stuff. Damage bonus on DK and poison. No, ice. Ice, not poison.
Okay.
60 red brim hat. How to get that 60 red brim hat?
That's the thing you gotta figure out yourself. It is 60 though. Yeah. Pointy.
How much potion do I have left? None. Ooh.
Okay, we should be ready now to try and find some lich to kill. Actually, just defeat, because it's a pretty cool lich, actually. Pretty.
God Factory Wingmander. Wing when.
Oh man, if only that game had worked.
Well, would not have worked on Outward if the God Factory
True.
would have worked.
True. Or would have been so successful.
How are expansions coming along?
For God Factory.
For God Factory, yeah. Brand card game.
Alright, these guys, they like dying. Some drugs and ready.
Both at the same time. Nice. So dead.
Ooh, yes. These are the kind of food I want.
Will there be more bows, armor, or skills for bow? The bow weaponry are very limited. There is the arrow bow and the arrow bow now. The arrow, there is the arrow bow and the arrow bow. Yeah.
The warbow and arrow.
No, I think is referring that there's only the arrow bow.
Oh, yeah. It's the top tier choice for bow for sure.
Yeah, there's no decision like other weapons. Like you want to have an ice.
It's true, but we can say that of any trinket. Like
Yeah.
for the guns, it's the same. You know which one you want. For the chakram, like the frozen chakram is the best, even though it's not the one I'm using right now.
Yeah.
Calm down.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, the bow is kind of treated like a trinket more than as a main weapon in how it was split, because it doesn't have like it was hard to bring in new variation that weren't just like Gaussian bubbles inside these pipes. Sure. Okay. Huh. So yeah, what can a bow do? Like damage, impact, and that's it. So it's really hard to kind of add a lot of variety to it. Recently, we kind of did a major change on the shields so that we had more levers to play with to have interesting balance and not make them all feel the same. And for some reason, our artists did way more shields than they needed to, so we kind of wanted to give them a function. So I guess we could do something like that for the bow. But one thing that is kind of one of my design decision that I know is not making the unanimity is I feel the bow like it has to have a weakness because it's very easy to use, it's long range and everything. So it doesn't have elemental damage. So that's one lever that we don't one less lever to play with to make interesting.
A few
choices.
questions. Is there a weight limit on the loot system? Yes. We just have pretty much end game gear, so we are not picking up everything, so we do not worry that much. But I have a decent bag at 60 units, and I have a pretty huge pouch capacity thanks to my armor. It's not as big usually. It's about 10 units. Since you have a small team and translated the game in few other languages, should translation errors be pointed out to you? Yes.
Yeah, definitely. Bring them up to us. That's something that's relatively easy for us to fix. Except when they're in kanjis, but still we need to know and we can bring it up to our publisher to make sure that
yeah,
that is
we
fixed.
haven't done all the translations ourselves. We only made the English and French one.
Yeah.
The others were handled by the publisher.
And even then, the French we didn't do it ourselves. We actually subcontracted.
Oh
it.
yeah. Okay. Well.
Yeah.
So yeah. Drawing and firing rate on bow could be different.
Yeah, we'll look into that. It's definitely something we can kind of work into, but it's.
Where are you, man? I don't know that dungeon. Okay.
I don't
Okay,
even know where I
there you
am. I'm really just.
I
like,
haven't made this.
too focused on talking in a language that's not my first language.
Heka Kane is asking if it's worth to buy. As a
Yes.
developer, I would say
Yes,
yes.
it's definitely worth to buy. You definitely should buy it. You should not even think about it.
We are not
You should
based.
buy it.
based
Actually,
in,
you know what? we're saying that like it's a joke.
Oh, I
but
would
the
buy
game is
the
on
game,
sale right
yeah.
now.
Yeah, it's on
at
sale.
40%. So you got so little to lose, and like we have so many players who spent like 300, 500 hours on the game. So now, actually, yeah, you should buy the game.
Yeah, if you want to a couch co-op game, it's
or online co-op. Even.
Yeah, yeah,
I mean,
well,
or if you just want a difficult RPG because there are like maybe 7 of those in the whole world. I mean, there's not a lot of option if that's something you're looking for.
plus you're helping some indie developers, so.
And we want that help. God damn it! I'm really lost. I've been like.
I have
looking
no
at
idea
this.
where we're going.
Yeah, let's go.
We
Let's
could
go out.
show off the one of the bosses.
Yeah, well, for that we need to go out of here, and well, I don't know if we have enough Firefly powder, but that's one of the reasons why I was gathering it.
Could
There's
just
a
spawn
fight we can
those.
trigger with it. Huh?
I said nothing.
You want to cheat?
Maybe.
You always want to cheat.
Yeah. Well.
You're a cheater. It's nasty. you
Don't
are.
forget to add permadeath mode. There's
Yeah, we didn't even say that, but like the
there's
experimental branch.
Yeah, there's
has
a
added the,
what we called it hardcore mode. Some people said that it's not a real hardcore, but basically, since we spent some time developing a
It's not just that we spent time on it; it's just that it's core to the experience.
yeah,
Defeat
the defeat scenarios of the game. We didn't want that if you get defeated, you just die. So it's more like you have a chance to
20% chance of permanently dying.
Yep.
If you're defeated.
Yep. So there's a hardcore mode. Some people says that we should
Uh,
call
I-
it Russian roulette mode, but
Yeah, whatever. They're just being pedantic, and it's not really useful. You just play the game for what it is, and that's it.
is it hard to keep up with all expectations of your community?
Yup.
Yeah.
Yup,
Well, we
for
we,
sure.
we sure cannot do everything that they ask, because some are asking some opposite stuff. Some
Yeah.
people want the game to be harder. Some want the game to be easier. They want various content. They goes in all different directions. But they wanted bosses. We added bosses. They wanted more gear. We added more gear. So yeah, we do listen.
We're listening,
Oh, whoa,
Yeah,
whoa!
be careful.
There's more people at the party than expected.
I should have told you because I could hear them.
Oh yeah, yeah. Wow.
Okay.
Let's back up a bit.
All right. Come close to me. Come close to me. Ow.
I'm
Ow.
gonna heal myself.
Okay, okay. There we go. And there we go. And there we go.
There you go.
Ow. Are you dead?
Nope.
Ow.
Close but not dead.
There we go.
I'm just going to use a bandage. I'm in pain. Such pain.
Firestone is good for me.
Let's drink a bit.
That went well, considering.
Considering that we were, actually, I was surprised. Yeah, I don't have cooked food. Jadeless mace, huh? Yeah, I don't have cooked food. That would have helped to. I'm
Why don't
almost
you have any
out.
cooked food? What?
Because I forgot to spawn them before the stream.
Oh. And we killed like so many stegosaurs. You could
How
have-
would permadeath work in co-op? Basically, how defeat scenarios work, and when both players are down, then the defeat scenario happens, and it's when you would throw for the defeat scenario that the game checks for the if you're getting killed permanently. So only player that are both in hardcore can play together, to avoid that one of the players to join, like a regular player join a hardcore player and they both die and get their saves deleted. So not sure if gets your question answered, but
Essentially, both players need to be down and it triggers the defeat scenario.
Yeah.
If that defeat scenario that triggers happens to be the
The
hardcore
permadeath.
permanent thing,
Yep.
it applies to both characters.
and if you were playing in online co-op, you're both brought back
Whoa.
to the main menu.
Hi there. Don't think I'm gonna need. Ah, damn it! Why?
So
Why
close.
do those
There you
big pipes have no collision for the camera?
The
It's
camera,
really-
yeah.
It's really
Yeah,
annoying.
we could.
We should take note of that for Alex.
I will remove your controls.
No.
Don't do that.
No,
I'll add a
my autonomy.
sticky note. Colliders on pipes in dungeon. There you go. Back into the game. Why can't you buy every house in the middle of the quest line?
Essentially, it just makes the faction choice a bit more meaningful until you reach to the point, and then you have that extra endgame objective to acquire those houses. Also, because we want to have like this association of when you're with a faction to have your headquarter in a specific city, which would not be felt if you could just rest anywhere, anytime.
Beaskums is asking how many devs in your spawn in the crew. Right now we're 11.
Yep.
Yeah, right now we're 11. Not all the 11 worked on Outward, but so we hired new people. On my ultra-wide TV monitor, how comes you make a horizontal split game? You cannot make you cannot split the game in horizontal at the moment because of the UI.
For the UI, but not only that, it's not a game in which you deal with a lot of verticality. It's a game in which you need to have a wide view. So it's as simple as that. The vertical split makes more sense if you have to deal with like shooting enemies that are flying above you or stuff like that. But in our case, almost every action is ground based. So yeah, the even if the screen ratio is already horizontal, it still makes sense to split it that way. And we didn't have the UI resource to make both options possible.
Did you move back? Did
I like those questions.
Yeah.
It's fun to be able to answer them.
Have you addressed economy exploits like crafting?
Not really. I think it's actually just the kind of thing that feels good.
Oh yeah, will there be a bestiary in the game? For example, kill 30 hyenas and you can see their stats.
Nope.
Dumb forfeit question. How does one get a job at Nine Dots?
By being very, very talented.
Oh, you're.
And
Where's
also,
where's the
not
exam?
just you gotta go up. It's
Okay.
not just being talented. What we are looking for are people who get the vision behind the company. Like I had some very talented people apply, saying like, "Oh, I'm not afraid of doing like 70 hours a week. I know that in games you have to work hard to make something good, and this is the kind of mentality that if from the get-go you present yourself that way, you're out, because it just goes in so much opposition to how we are seeing things. We feel that you actually achieve more if you spend less hour working, but actually make those hours count. And yeah, it's we just need to find people who get what we are making and why and how and why, and that goes a long way. But first off, you need to have a very solid portfolio.
Um, Someone's asking if we can split in two monitors. Not at the moment. That's something we wanted to look at, but because of
Some people found a really contrived way of actually achieving that, but it's not fully
yeah,
supported.
it's not supported at the moment. We looked a bit, but I think it's because of Unity 5.6, the Unity version that we are currently using. It's not really possible. So we need to upgrade the version, and it's quite some work.
Wait. I think. Wait.
I'm following you, man.
Yeah,
I have
you
no
gotta
idea
follow
where
me.
we're going.
Be ready. Follow me. Knew it. And what now?
There's one thing here.
Oh, good.
That
Be ready. Be ready.
Yeah.
That's a big elevator.
Yeah, that's some big ass elevator.
That's
There you go.
yeah. That would be very heavy.
Oh boy, the chat has exploded a little bit. Can't you play online on two PCs so you can see if it crashes? No, oh, it's someone that says that has some stability issues. Well, we've been playing for more than 5 minutes with no crash, so I think it really
Huh?
depends of.
I don't get the question.
Someone says that they crash every 5 minutes. It's hard to tell. It's often a PC related thing. We do
Often related to drivers.
yeah, drivers stuff. We try to. That's one of the things that we're still looking for, is to reduce the crashes. Those are quite a pain to fix, since they are not 100% reproducible on our side. So yeah, sucks. But
You should try those boots for the next fight.
those boots.
Yeah,
Jadek,
they suck in defense, but he's hitting purely in DK. So, or I think almost purely in DK. But so yeah,
Okay.
you're gonna need some
Oh,
DK
bag
resistance.
over. Oh, bag overweight. I don't care that
Oh, I
much.
don't have the possessed boon on this character. God damn it, that would have been useful. Okay,
Move to bucket.
let's eat all the food
All
and drink
the
all the
food.
potions.
Future of the game. It's out of Steam Early Access. It's out on Steam Early Access, but I hear you commenting on changes to polish up the game. Will there be regular patches and active improvements? Do you foresee a future DLC? Well, there's a patch right now that is
What I
currently
can
in
say is we
branch.
want to
Yeah.
make DLC. Now, whether or not we will depends on a multitude of factors.
I mean, oh, that's fast.
Okay, are you ready for
Will
the...
there be horses to ride? No.
Oh shit, you need to repair your bow. I think you...
Don't mind. I won't be using the bow too much.
Oh, no?
Only
Okay.
on support.
Let's do this.
So
I'll take your test. Let's do this. Ow.
Ever played Divinity Original Sin 2?
Yep.
I
How's that
haven't,
game?
but I want to.
Ouch. Okay. Damn it, he's like... I forgot that they changed the AI pattern to make it like way harder for when tackling the liches in multiplayer. I'm gonna need to drink a potion. Oh shit, I'm gonna die. I'm dead. Of course. Hadn't done this fight in so long.
I never done the fight, so
Dead.
nope. Nope. Where are you, man?
I'm
Oh, there.
I'm there.
I'm so dead.
I'm very dead. Revive Mordak.
Nope.
That didn't go so well. Yeah, I was not well prepared.
Difficulty on a scale of 1 to 10. 11.
No, it's not really that. It's more like the game is punishing if you're not well prepared.
Where's my
If you
bag?
prepare for your fight, usually you can make things actually easy. There are like you can even feel like you're being cheap towards the game, but sometimes you feel like the game is being cheap towards you, so it makes it even. It's all about knowing what
Yeah.
you're about to face and making the right choices. I admit that when Pierre-Luc and I are playing on a stream, we're not taking it seriously enough, and we just die like morons, like we just did. But it would have been
Yeah, well,
quite
it's
possible
the
to
first
do.
time I died today compared to the last stream when I
Yeah,
died
when you
all
were
the
like
time.
spending your time on your ass.
About the length of the game, there's 3 quest lines, and each are about 20 to 30 hours. So
yeah. Well,
about
a lot of players are actually going to 40 because they explore more.
yeah, there's a bunch of people that are way over 100 hours of play.
Oh boy, I'm dumb.
Any of you, any chance you guys could make an online server-based version of this game and charge $20 for a skin?
Not really, no. Okay, I'm so dumb. I forgot my tent.
You have a second?
Oh
tent?
no,
No, it's
oh,
there.
Okay, okay.
It's
I
there.
thought I
No.
don't. I didn't remember picking it up at the.
Okay.
At
Will
the place.
will we see more save slots on consoles? I understand limitations, but 3 saves isn't enough.
It's something we are in talk about with Grip
Yeah.
Digital, who are the studio porting, and this is something we've asked them to see if they can make it for once that patch would be ported to also make that change that there could be more save slots. Because personally, like as I played the game on my PlayStation 4, I'm going rabid about it. I do agree that it really sucks, and I want it to get better than that. For what it's worth. Don't forget to repair for like 5 hours.
Yeah, I'm going to repair my bow. Can you find Gep within the game?
Maybe, maybe not. Who is
Uh,
Gep? What is Gep?
what
Is Gep a concept?
Can you add 5 more hours or so?
I can. Like this. Oh, okay, like this.
There you go. My wife asked if transmog could be a thing. She likes a certain armor for stats but hates the look.
Nope.
Sorry.
That's more of a MMO thing, but
Yeah, segue to that question. Outward MMO when?
hey boy, that's like we are 11. Don't ask 11 people to make an MMO.
Um, what is that tent? Which tent? My tent or his tent?
So mine is the mage tent. It makes you lose less maximum mana while you sleep.
And I have the
And
witch
it has like this protection effect of protecting the mage sleeping in it, whereas your own is the luxury tent.
Yeah,
I think.
luxury tent, stamina regen.
Yeah,
Pretty
huge boost to
useful.
stamina regen.
Yeah, pretty useful. For
And
the
mine
green axe.
instead of stamina cost, it's mana cost. That's reduced by 15%. It's pretty damn good. Okay, let's go see the giants.
What about the PS4 support? Still got many couch co-op bugs, like losing equip and progress. Much love from Germany.
Most of that was fixed with the latest patch. That we released in
There's
May.
a few issues about this. We're still in contact with the support team.
Okay.
For that. Flamethrower doesn't most of the time work with Lantern of Souls on console. Is
Really?
there a hope of any fixing it? We're going to have a
We're
look
gonna
on it.
into it.
Yeah.
If we were not already. I admit I don't know all the bugs by heart. Ow, ow! I'm being sucky. Whoa! Angry much? Yeah, I really need to take this more seriously because I almost died against a fucking bandit.
Need more bad death scenario.
Yeah, I tend to agree. I tend to agree.
Oh wow, you're almost dead.
Yeah, I really.
We'll
played
need more
bad.
health potion, man. Almost drank all of mine. Could probably still do a better job than Blizzard doing is right now. I would like if we would make a 10% of what Blizzard is doing with WoW and money, that would be great.
0.1% really.
0.1%. Outward FPS RPG RTS tabletop rouge like looter shooter when.
This is officially not official that we're making this game. No. Yeah, no. 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 Maybe? No. No, we're gonna make that.
Will the skill stone ever work with the legacy system? I don't know what you're talking about. I refuse to talk about it.
Oh, that thing.
Yeah, that thing.
Man. Yeah, that thing.
I really love the map travel added on experimental branch. Yeah, that's something we wanted
Right.
to make people realize the skill of
The world.
the world and why you actually have to use travel rations to go from a place to another.
Okay,
What are those red robes? Stats? What's your stats, man?
should I show the stats? I'm gonna show the stats.
Show the stats.
Those are the stats.
Those are the stats. How would you describe the combat and are you satisfied with it?
Okay, so that's one point where like
Oh,
a
I'm
lot of
thirsty.
people say their main beef with the game is how the combat feels.
Some people
And-
really love it though.
Yeah, and myself, I feel that the combat achieves what what was the design intent behind it, which is to reward the player who's thinking on his feet and who is being careful. The game rewards patience, and people are used to action RPGs being fucking brain dead, and all you do is just mash a button, does flashy animations until everything is dead, and I don't want to get involved in that kind of shit. But I understand how when you expect to stagger your enemy on every hit to have this feeling of being like super weighty on every attack, I understand that this is not we are delivering, and also I wanted to make a type of combat that is more focused on the use of skills and not just dodging and hitting, and that meant to kind of nerf that aspect of combat, and that doesn't necessarily jive with the habits of players.
Do you think you can implement animal taming?
It's more likely to do that than to add more summons.
Pretty sure having a pet Tyrannosaur would be OP.
Yeah. So it's something that would be interesting for sure. It would be post breakthrough for sure.
Are you all working in an office or remote? We are working in an office.
Yep. It's part of the working culture in the studio to try to keep everyone in the same physical space.
Can we have more map markers and text on them? At first we had text on them, but it was a bit of pain on consoles to put text, so we haven't put that feature.
I'm gonna mess up my map.
We could add a few more symbols, I suppose.
Is
that
that
be
something
too-
that's been requested a lot?
Yeah, but a lot. At least just
Like
it's just
right
been
now?
asked on the on the chat.
Because I don't think it would be complicated to add more.
I want less map markers if none possible. Damn it, guys! How you co-op on PC connect controllers? Yeah, you can connect controllers. I'm using a PS4 controller and Guillaume is using an Xbox One. You can also play mouse and keyboard. So that's the thing. So you
You
don't
can play with a joystick, I think. So
yeah, as long as it's supported.
maybe you can buy some potions for you.
Oh, that'd be great.
Hi, dude.
You can find where you died, and bags should be. Someone probably helping someone that lost their bags. Usually, your bag now should move with you when you.
Oh, I got
when you
lucky.
die.
He's selling a frozen chakram.
Nice.
I already have one though. I'm gonna reduce the weight and buy some gold. Oh, right. You wanted some palladium traps.
Oh,
I'm
that
gonna drop them to you.
could be nice. How fleshed out is the lore of Ori? The feeling of being in a rune world is clear. Can we hope for more in the world?
Personally, I think my understanding is that people appreciate it, appreciate the lore, and feel like the story was not taking as much space as it could. Some people appreciate that. Some people are disappointed. They wanted to have like more being said. Our writer would have loved to have like fleshed out books and stuff like that to kind of do more exposition on the lore. But still, if you head to our Discord server in the spoiler channel, there's a lot of discussion on the lore, on the nuance of the ethical, moral dilemmas at play, the story and stuff like that. So I think we did a good job, but with limited means.
Just going to reiterate that we do not have any ETA for the release of the patch we're currently playing
not
on.
yet. I think at least once we know if
Someone's asking also if there's good solo play, or do you have to always matchmake or play co-op? You can play solo.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
We knew when we made the game that
Yeah.
that
There's
some players would just not want to
Yeah.
play it in co-op at all,
There's
and
no-
it's designed to make that viable.
Yeah, there's no content that you need to play in co-op to get to, so everything can be done in solo. Personally, at least that's one of the reasons that we made Outward, is because we all wanted to
To have that kind of experience.
yeah,
Co-op,
play split screen. That's something we've been missing for a long time. I would have loved to play Skyrim in split screen with my girlfriend. So that's something I can do with Outward. Ouch! I'm slowed.
Okay, okay. That dude must die. Interrupted. We're not too far from the Giants village.
Some people mention a compass puzzle on the Discord. Does it even exist? Maybe. Maybe not. Who knows? It's classified. Just wish the factions will not be like, we own you now. Just want to be a mercenary.
Yeah, I get that. But in this specific instance, there was a story to tell. You can still not join a faction and like do the stuff you want for a while, but if you want to go further and see what's happening in the world of Ori, we need to have a story that has a beginning, a middle, and an end.
Can I team up with other players? Well, not sure I understand. There's co-op play, like I team up with Guillaume right now. There's no PvP. Is there resource limited fast travel like in Morrowind or Dragon's Dogma? There's no fast travel, so no resources for them.
Yeah, technically, moving from one region to another is our fast travel, and it's limited by the travel rations.
Yeah,
but
well,
it's not exactly the same. You
yeah.
can't teleport to a city
Yeah.
instantly just because you visited
I'm
that
going
before.
to bandage myself. Is there any Easter eggs that haven't been found? Yes. If there's ever a DLC, 3 things I love about this game: finding things off the beaten path that aren't readily obvious, discovering new items, Easter eggs, and puzzles. Well, you love the patch that is currently on the experimental branch on Steam. We added we added bosses. We added new items. Did we
Why?
add Easter eggs?
Well, we added Putin.
Oh yeah, we added Putin.
We added the most important thing. That puts in. Okay. Where was the flower?
I've been hesitant on buying this. A lot of reviews that says the world feels empty, and that's a huge turnoff. You guys plan on doing anything about that, or are adamant of the current state? People that find the world empty, I think it's because we spaced the encounters a bit more than in dungeons, because we didn't want that the open world felt like you were in some dungeons. You can see monsters away, and you can just avoid them, and that's usually the way to go at the beginning.
The long answer implies factors both of design decisions and technical constraints. From a design perspective, to make a game that's not just about combat and not just like having tons of things moving all the time everywhere, and give you some time to just be traveling and kind of soak up the atmosphere, and we wanted to make a game that feels like you're out on an adventure, backpacking and going somewhere you don't know, and that meant having something that breathes a lot, and some people like it, some people don't. Another point was to make the game playable in split screen. That meant that, like, if one player is like 1 kilometer away from you, and they still need to be able to encounter everything and do their own stuff on their side, we need to load up the whole region in the RAM, and doing that kind of forced us to be more parse in how many enemies you can find and stuff like that.
Another thing, enemies. We have a bunch of enemies that are that can respawn, but once you gone through the respawn list, unless the area resets, you won't see any more enemies. So you need to spend a bunch of time out of the area, so the area reset and you see enemies again. Maybe that could be tweaked, I guess.
There's also the fact that the game is like every encounter is can be very dangerous. Like you saw me earlier, just against two bandit, and I almost died because I was not being careful. If the area outside were as packed as the dungeons, well then, once I'm done doing a dungeon and I'm out of resource, I'm just trying to find my way back to the village. If I have to constantly be fighting, I just never get there, and it's just too exhausting, and that would lead to a bad experience.
We'll move to more questions. Is it available on PS4? Yes.
Yep.
Can I find strangers in game to play with? It's not a game where you join a server and you see players in a hub or stuff like that. You need to
Invite your friends
to join on your friends, or at least know the game that your other friends is. A bit similar to Dark Souls if you want, but you don't see patches or stuff on the ground, so you have to be in direct communication with the other player you want to play with. Just reading the chat real quick, see if wife wants to know if they can be farming plots. There is no farming plots. You cannot do agriculture.
I don't have enough firefly.
You don't have enough fireflies. That can be fixed, man.
You're such a cheat. You're a bad person. You should feel shame.
Fire.
Powder.
Powder.
Think you got enough?
Yeah,
Stop
probably.
it.
Bags overweight. Yeah. Fine. Hoodoo. That's the
Just
situation.
No.
No?
Come to me.
When does the experimental actually go live? You can play the experimental branch right now. It's only available on Steam. You need to right click on the game, properties, go to the beta tab, if I recall, and then you can change to beta branch instead of public, I think. Any chance we could ever have dual wield weapons?
Not really. Maybe in Outward 2. Because it's not something we don't want to do. It's just that having all these different combat animations of like, how do you do it? Do you have like one
There,
sword in one hand,
drop-
one
drop
axe,
them.
or something like that? So it's very complex.
What you're doing about hidden quest timers?
Well,
What's you're doing about?
we're doing it. We are hiding quest timers.
We put quests. There are timed quests, and that's our. We wanted to have a world that's continue to live without you. If you decide to go fishing while the world is being destroyed, well, the world is getting destroyed.
Yeah. And it's also, once again, the game is meant to be playable, to be replayed multiple times, and you learn
I don't
something
need
every
to
time.
repair. I don't need to sleep either. Can I split screen vertically? No. I mean, dual wielding swords, dagger, axe, gun, swappable with one slot instead of taking two.
Also, weapon sets, essentially.
Yeah,
I guess.
so some kind of weapon sets. That it's cannot be done simply. Oh, it's sleeping. Nice. You would probably need to do some rework on this quick slots. Probably allow like two weapons or two equipment per slots. We'd have to.
Are you
to
ready?
look. Nope.
Make yourself ready. It's gonna be
I'll never be ready.
it's gonna be painful again.
Never ready. I could. Maybe I could put traps.
I'm gonna snort some crystal powder.
Cool boon increased. Weather doesn't care. Yeah, there's not much I can do. Let me quick slot though.
You tell me when you're ready.
I just select there. Yep. Let's go.
Alright, let's do this. The unknown arena.
Do items drop in town disappear? There's no area reset in towns. That's something we would like to change. Because right now people can put infinite.
Get closer to me. Let's focus on fighting for now.
Yep. So no more questions, guys.
No, you can ask. We're just not gonna answer.
Ow. So dead.
Ow.
So dead. So dead. So dead. So dead. So dead. So dead.
Ow. Oh god. This is painful.
Well, he's on me.
Alright, let me drink a potion and then
How
I'm
can
back.
you run so fast and being so big?
I mean, he's got tall legs. Alright, get close to me. Oh, right, it's the one that's regenerating health, I think. So, gotta focus on him.
I'm gonna cheese it so hard. Come on.
Ow! Damn it. I'm gonna need to drink another potion. What's up with your health? Why is it so low?
Because I've been hit and I didn't.
Don't get hit. Do you have potions?
Yeah, I do. 3 of them, and they are smalls.
Cool. Oh shit! There are so many. What are we gonna do with that?
Why don't you put more traps? Or wait.
All right, I was supposed to drop you some spikes. Did I do that?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh shit! Shit!
I could drop my bag too. The cheese, man. The cheese.
Yeah, I know, right? But I mean,
There.
Man's
Come,
gonna do
come
what
here.
a man's
Come
gonna
here.
do.
Come here. Oh, I've only
he's
run
coming.
out.
He's coming.
Nice.
All right, he's hurt. He's hurt.
Need to equip more arrows.
Shit! I think I'm gonna.
He has so much health.
Yeah, he does. Okay, do I have my chakram dance? Not yet. That could be the kill. Oh. Oh man.
Oh wow. Okay.
This is hurting. So
He's
bad.
almost dead. I'm down, man.
All right, I'm gonna kill him. I'm gonna.
No,
do it.
just get me. Just get me back.
Oh, did it?
Get me back. I'm just there, man.
Oh shit. I don't have time. I don't have time. Oh shit. Oh shit. Yes. Yes.
Rip. Yep.
Yep.
Rest in pieces.
Any questions?
Okay. What did we miss?
Let's see what you.
Dev
what-
down. Yep. So basically, it's better to play with friends than it is in solo. Well, depends of what you want to have as experience.
They're very different experiences,
yeah.
for sure. It's also so difficult to find good co-op.
I took your
experiences.
loot.
Of course,
So
you
it's
did, you
better to play
motherfucker.
co-op, guys.
All right, I'm gonna stop split. Hi, we won.
What was the loot? The loot. Loot.
What was the loot?
Veneval's hospitality.
Okay, and the other one?
Scourge's tears.
Those are things.
Those are things.
I swear. I think I'm gonna ask to keep the end game boss song instead of those
Mm.
high tension mid boss songs, like the one when we are fighting the Lich is
How
better.
about two other quick select pages that are only accessible out of combat? Useful for pre-buffing, still puts you in a tight spot if ambush or don't prepare. Um, the problem is detecting when you're in combat or not is
Yeah, that's already iffy.
yeah, and we don't have want to have a situation like in Skyrim when you try to sleep and they says that
You're in combat.
currently
You're
in
in
combat,
combat.
but
You're in
you
combat.
you
Yeah.
are not. There's obviously no enemies, so we already have some issues with the music. Sometimes that does not stop, so we don't have to.
We haven't had that in a long
No,
time.
it was fixed.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. It was fixed, guys.
It's kind of proof that we're working sometimes.
We do work sometimes.
I swear. Alright, has he got anything to sell? Not really.
One more question. I saw that Tears had to do with an immaculate. Is anything planned for the butcher's amethyst?
Maybe. Maybe not. So, we actually did it.
I just want to know when a quest has a timer. I don't want to cool down. Well, that's how Outwards is. That's how we advertise the game. Generally, when you have a timer, it's not precise how much time you have, but it just says that you have to hurry. It's generally about a couple days at least to a week or so, sometimes 2 weeks.
But timers are usually quite
Permissive.
yeah, they're very permissive.
Yes. So, like for the Vendaval quest, that's one of the quests that people have been um, shouting more about. You actually have 3 weeks to save the city, so you not that much of a hurry. Just that sometimes you miss the queue that you had to return back. But yeah,
But then again, if you
that's
abandon
life,
your
man.
village,
The worlds continue without you. That's
yeah, that's what we
there's
sold.
never actually you cannot fail ever. It's just a different branching. So at least maybe it's just me, but I like that philosophy to go on with your life and just continue and
Just accept that things didn't go your way,
Yeah,
and just
but
keep going.
I
And
guess people
eventually
have
make a new
been.
game.
I felt like people have been too much babysit with other games where you have infinite time to do infinite things, and your choices never actually matters. So in Outward, your choice matters, even if your choice was doing nothing.
Rarely a good choice. All right. So we did what we set out to do, which was to fight like two bosses. Actually, we did not plan on killing the Lich at first, but
Yep.
it was suggested, and we did not do that one. But we got the giant.
Yeah, we got a
I'm
giant.
gonna need
It was
to
close, though. It was fun.
to have lunch eventually. So
Yeah, it's almost 3 actually. We've been
yeah.
doing that for about.
So
Almost
thank
2
everyone
hours.
were there watched the stream. We're really happy to have you guys. Stay tuned. We're gonna release that patch when it's ready. It's been going well, and regarding the questions for DLC and stuff like that, the Discord server is probably the best place to go if you want to discuss with us about that kind of stuff and be kept up to date. If not, there's our Facebook page and Twitter. Sorry we could not announce anything at this point, but all I can tell you is, as the CEO and creative director of Outward, I would love to do more Outward stuff, and it seems to make sense commercially, but there's always like contracts and more complex business decisions that go into it. But we're listening, and the more you ask for that kind of content, the higher the chances that we're gonna end up doing it.
One last things. You can follow us on Facebook. We are active on the Discord.
I just said that.
Oh, you just said that? Okay, I was not listening. Never mind, guys.
Typical Bill.
See ya.
See ya, guys.